Cheers, all. This is John Duffin here from Duffin Media, and welcome to your Monday Motivation. What's this about? Well, me and my partner, superstar lender Chad Levine, are here to help you kickstart your week. Chad, welcome, brother. How you doing? And I see you in wheels. Where are you off to?
Happy Monday, John. How are you, buddy?
I am fantastic. Had a great weekend and a great experience last week, and I see you're already in gear, which is nice, man.
Yeah, I got you in my morning drive. I'll tell you about my morning motivation. I am here on 95 North, traveling to Bucks County,
Got you.
doing what I do. And you know something, John? Mondays, I love Mondays, man. I get stoked for Mondays. I feel like you got to get on a highway and get in the mix of it. You know, It's funny. It's all perspective, right? If you ever want to know what the grind is, get on 95 in the morning. And it's like going down the Motor Speedway, you know?
I grew up in Northeast Philly, so I'm very familiar with that ride. Heading toward Cottman Ave or Academy Road passing Woodhaven Road. Yep, know it well, brother. And there is no speed limit. It's like the Autobahn, but with a really bad road. So
the Autobahn with a mix of all kinds of cars, as opposed to Europe, where every car is completely more sophisticated. But anyway, you and I will digress for too long.
Exactly.
Let's do what we're here to do.
Yep.
Today's theme of the show is investing in yourself. And I want everyone to know how authentic John and I are. We go in pre-planning the message and literally, without even thinking about it, can change that message. And the reason why we change that message is because John attended a conference on personal growth this weekend.
Yep.
And I said to myself, what better way to bring in Monday than to have John tell us about the conference, give us a recap, drop his knowledge nugget, his knowledge bomb, and then have us give you your kick in the ass for the week. What do you think?
That sounds like a perfect blueprint. My God, thank you, brother. And so I was lucky and had the personal experience of attending Lewis Howes. So he's your greatness guy.
I'm not looking at you. I'm just trying not to drive into a tanker.
Chad, I would highly prefer that you keep your eyes on the road. But I was lucky that I had the chance to attend Lewis Howes' Summit of Greatness in Columbus, Ohio, which happens to be Lewis's hometown. If you are not familiar with Lewis, I would probably ask you to check that. Most people are. He hosts School of Greatness podcast, over 1,300 episodes. He is omnipresent. YouTube, social media, client relations.
And what's the name of that? What's the name of that podcast?
It's called School of Greatness is the podcast. Over 1,300 episodes. He's up to 3 a week in terms of, and this is the best of the best of the best. So he has once a year this high performance conference, like-minded people, open-minded people with some killer speakers. So I got the chance to invest in myself. I think it's important to do that for a number of reasons. And in terms of why do I bother to invest in myself and why I always recommend that others do so, look, yes, the networking is great. It is. You get to meet like-minded, open-minded people. You can get ideas. I got business, which I wasn't expecting, which was
awesome,
wonderful. But you also get a fresh perspective. You get just a new environment, a different locale, different atmosphere, different energy. And you get this electrified situation. And so it's just a really cool thing to do. You know?
And John, tell me about so a lot of people, let's take it from the perspective of a novice, okay?
Right.
You know, especially for those types of things. I'm a novice. So
sure.
when you go into those things, especially for people are always apprehensive, right? For a variety of reasons.
Yep.
And I think that you brought up a lot of good points. I think vulnerability, right? Vulnerability is going to be your greatest opportunity to grow. Because vulnerability is going to allow you to free your mind up and absorb new theories and new concepts, right?
Yep.
So when you're like you said, when you're in a hotel, when you're in a city you're not familiar with, when you're around people you don't know, right? It's probably your greatest chance to grow.
It just is. For me, I still want to regress back to the high school dance when I'm standing there by myself and nobody wants to dance with me and all that stuff. So I get it is absolutely difficult. So the vulnerability is key. And funny you say that because so much confidence is about things like healing, not just rah business plan, but the healing, treating your soul. One of the speakers, Dr. Caroline Leaf, who is all about science, and folks, please Google her. Dr. Caroline Leaf, I'll repeat, talked so much about reprogramming your mind, not your brain, your mind, and went through a 30-minute presentation. Talk about like all science driven. That was mind-blowing in the sense of what people are capable of doing as opposed to taking medication, as opposed to walking around with stigmas. So that vulnerability was on display from the pre to the speakers to every person you met. And that was, to me, what I've kind of learned, which is be yourself, act like yourself, ask questions, come from curiosity. And then people are inclined to want to talk to you.
So let's talk about a little bit more about the experience, because that's really what I want people to get. Like, and I'm trying to make this show as practical as possible, right?
I love it.
So you walk in, you're naked. I always use that term because to me, it's the one word that can really grip that experience. You go in with an open mind, you know no one, right?
Yeah, exactly.
These aren't cheap conferences. Right?
No, you pay for the ticket, you pay for the hotel, you pay for the airfare. Oh no, it ain't cheap.
It ain't cheap, but what is it so that people don't, when we talk about the word ROI on these things, right? What do you think people should expect to get when they walk away? And what is it that someone needs to do when they're there to ensure that they get the positive experience? Because John, the other thing to understand is you come from a corporate background.
Right.
I small stint in it with my first lending company where and they felt kind of forced, John. I'm not gonna lie. There were so many subliminal.
Okay, looks like we lost superstar lender for a moment. And welcome back, pal. See ya. I don't hear you. Oh man.
Sorry.
There you go. Okay, now I got you.
Anyway, so they feel forced. There's subliminal messaging there. So when you're there and you're paying for it, and you're there voluntarily, right? And you're paid for it, right? What is it in your mind? What is it in your mind that you think that you believe is people should walk away from and not overanalyze the pennies?
No, I think there's just a couple of things to keep in mind. That vulnerability is really important. People can sniff out if you're just going to come and sell at them, right? If you're just going to go and give your elevator pitch and throw around your bit like old school business cards, people feel that. So if you're asking questions, first ask somebody a question. Anything. I like your shirt. Where'd you get it? Like really just try to engage with somebody, anybody.
And John, what an important point you're dropping,
right?
Which is no matter what environment you're in, right? Ask questions about them.
That's all. That's all. Right? That's the whole thing, which is it keeps coming back to, geez, Lewis Howes had a quote. Speaking of them, I'm going to throw you one, and then I'm going to throw you my favorite quote of the event. So here's your bonus round. There's two. Here's number one quote, which is the true meaning of life is to plant trees under whose shade you do not expect to sit. This is all about other people and service and helping others. And if you come from that mindset, you're going to connect with people. And I'm guaranteeing you, because it just happened to me again, the business angle comes up. So
you're getting them to fall in love with you.
And then it comes up organically. And then it's an organic connection.
If you want to know about them, they want to know about you.
Always. And I mean always.
So wait, let's analyze that quote you just... Give me that quote again. What was it?
100%, right? The true meaning of life is to plant trees under whose shade you do not expect to sit.
Okay, so let me see. Can I translate it?
Do it.
All right, so let me try and translate this. I'm going to go deep too. I'm going to say that when you plant trees, you give them seed and you nurture them and you nourish them, right? With food and sunlight and all those things, right?
Yep.
So what it's saying is put the time and energy into, I guess I'm going to call it relationships.
Right.
In the relationships you may not have originally thought you'd develop.
I love that, man. I think it's a great translation. I'll add one more quick thing, which is that if you're coming in and out, yo, Bruno and
What's up,
Stacy,
Bruno?
yo. If you are coming at it from the angle of I need to get something from you in this encounter, this exchange right now, that's the problem. It's simply saying, listen, you may not get anything from this first encounter, second, third, but you're planting seeds, and you never know when something's going to pop. You know.
Love
so
it.
To, right.
And give me your next. What was your other quote that you were dropping?
Yeah. So my favorite speaker of the day, I was there, and they were all great, but I'm just going to give you the one for the moment. His name is Rory Vaden. He is a brand expert. He is everyone is his client. He has spoken in front of everyone, multiple books. Rory Vaden from Brand Masters. And as I said, he is as high as they get in the platform. He wrote the book, Take the Stairs, 7 Steps to Achieving True Success. But here's the takeaway for me for this week, for Monday morning, which is discipline becomes dormant in the absence of a dream.
Discipline becomes dormant in the
absence of a dream.
All right, so my translation is
do it.
You need the dream first.
Yep.
To then develop the discipline or the desire to want to succeed or achieve.
Absolutely. It's got to be really clear in your head. Not just your 30-second elevator pitch, but really, what is it that you are doing? Somebody had said to me, and it just makes me feel good. I don't get that definition right all the time, but somebody happened to ask me, and I told them what mine happened to be, which is helping somebody walk past the fear of speaking true and authentically. If I can have one person feel more comfortable in a business setting, in a personal setting, in a relationship setting, if I can make you feel more comfortable that you can stay in the game based upon your voice, then I'm happy. This person said to me when I said, she's like, oh my God, you just lit up when you said that. It happens with everybody. And so what I'm saying is it's got to be really clear. Monday morning, I'm back, had a fantastic weekend with the conference, was with a bunch of friends, and then it's Monday morning, and it's like literally, now I got to get up and I got to do all this, and I have all these notes, and I've got all these dreams. So the discipline part gets tough if I'm all over the place.
And I want to ask you one other question, and then I'm going to let you go because you and I are keeping this short and sweet on purpose.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now that you're post-conference,
you
can walk away with billions and billions of ideas that you never execute. Right?
Exactly.
In reality, what's more important, or are they equally important? Is it the strategies and things you're learning, or is it the people? And if it's the people, when do you follow up with them?
Oh God, that's a good question. I always go to the people, and I'm a fast follow up type. I just am. I don't want to be the by the way in any email, phone call, text message. It never wants to be a by the way or do you remember. I feel like, to me, within 24 hours, and if you met somebody that just rocked your world sooner. I just like I said, a couple people I texted. It was such a fun exchange of energy. Just great to meet you. Ask for nothing. Right?
So 24-hour follow-up.
Oh, absolutely.
24-hour follow-up. And as far as these things go, are they better? And I'm going to just a real quick answer. Are they better to be done in groups or by themselves? Do you think it's beneficial to be with other like-minded people?
I'm always a big believer in collaboration. If you got other people there with you, 100%, yeah.
Love it.
Don't stop yourself if you don't have that group going with you. Don't stop yourself.
Love it. JD, we're going to do what we do best, man. We gave them our daily dose of motivation. I think we dropped a ton of nugget bombs today.
Feeling good, brother.
I'm gonna round us out and say goodbye. Do you want to say anything, party?
Oh, but God, have the dream and get it tight in your head. And you can't believe how things are going to motivate. Like I said, with your Monday motivation, geez, it's like just have your own dream airtight. Take 5 minutes and be good to yourself. That's all I want to say.
And my message for today is to always wrap up the message of the show, which is always look to investing in yourself. Okay? Always look to investing in yourself. Even though you think there's no ROI, the things that you don't see possibly are the greatest and most valuable things.
Beautiful.
And that's all I got for today.
Absolutely beautiful.
That's all I got.
Well, that's a ton. Oh my God, the sun's coming out. So I guess it's time to, like I said, pull a shade down or something for me. Or more importantly, get the hell outside and optimize this. Chad's already going to rock worlds on a closing, as you can see. Let's go move some mountains. Folks, I'm thrilled that you made the time for us. Thank you so much for tuning into your Monday Motivation. Great to have you here.
We'll see everyone next week. Thanks for watching the show. John Duffin, Chad Levine. It's our pleasure to give you your weekly kick in the arse. Have a good day, everyone. Peace.
Boom.